welcome back, survivors and anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Cast and Chill, our basic new little relaxing fishing series for the weekends. Last episode, we just kind of got ourselves a little bit started with everything, seeing how it's going, and just kind of learning basics and figuring out what kind of equipment we want to use and try out for what we're doing. We even get little bits of wildlife on the lake. I think that's a little duck swimming by back there. Okay. No, I actually got actually... Again, the pixel art is gorgeous for the game. Okay, I'm going to try... Yeah, we're going to try the spoon... Oh, no, that. And just try cast over this way and see if our rod is strong enough to start handling some of the larger fish possibly out here. There are some things I should look at, possibly try and get upgrades like a larger keeper for the boat, so that way we can actually stay out here longer and get more fish per turn in. And maybe there aren't actually any walleye right here. Because, yeah, nothing's really coming for the bait. Or, well, I shouldn't say bait, the lure. So maybe instead I should try the crankbait with some of the things that are here. Oh, no, we got a poke. But that was it. Oh, never mind. We got ourselves something interested. And it looks like we are able to land this in. Okay, that was a smallmouth. Maybe we'll try over here, because it looked like maybe it's brown trout over to the right, and these are the smallmouth bass on this side. Because, yeah, they will poke at it. So I'm thinking these little ones are the smallmouth, and that could be possibly a largemouth, though I'm not 100% sure. We'll just give it a little bit more time. Oh, yeah, there was a poke. Kind of surprised it was one of the big ones that went after it. Although, truth be told, this is, I think, meant for like a walleye lure. So that's probably... Yeah, we might want to switch this out for something else we've got in a moment or two. Yeah, try a different lure if the fish aren't interested. I mean, we're getting little jabs at it, so I'm thinking something might be. Oh. Okay. Bigger rod to catch bigger fish. Yeah, so that's basically us being told that's not going to work for that. So we'll try just back to a crankbait and see if maybe we can get one more smallmouth and then bring that back in. I'm kind of surprised how good of a fight we're getting off just this little guy. But I think... Come on, we gotcha. There we go. Wasn't even the biggest we've caught. Okay, but we can get one more, although that was a medium, so that might actually give a fair bit of money in once we bring this back in. So I think the other ones we've all been catching so far have been small. Come on, just gotta get you a little closer. There we go. Okay, no, maybe they've all been medium, and I just haven't been paying enough attention. Yeah, we'll take these three back, see what we get for them. And with last episode talking about, like, not sure where I want to go with the channel or stuff, I also do have to remember that I've got a lot of series I could also go back to, like... I know I did Ark Survival Evolved, a bit of that one for, like, just the base thing, but there's also... I still don't know if I would pick up Ark Survival Ascended. It's one of the ones with, like, how the developers behind Ark have been for a few things. I don't know if I really want to spend, like, basically buying the game all over again for, like, what it offers, if I should do something like that, or if I should say, like, try going for... That's what I call a comeback. Yeah, you know what, let me pick that up, because that'll at least let us get a little bit longer out there. Oh, it is just 20 per, so you know what, that's... May not be a bad thing to try just going to stock up with. And maybe we'll try going further out and see what else we can catch. But there are series like Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, Ark Survival whatever I do with it, if it's whether it's Survival Evolved, going through some of its things there, or eventually moving on to Survival Ascended. I think if I was going to have a few genres I try to stay focused on, it'd probably be Survival Craft. I kind of want to lump hunting and fishing in together, which is just trying to basically, I guess, squeeze a little bit more out of what I could possibly do. Yeah, we'll just stick with that. And I'm trying to think of what else. Like, I do love Monster Hunter as a game series, and, like, I could do more with it. I still actually might try doing the Deviant monsters from Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Ooh. Bring you in. Because I think I only have a few more I need to go after to, like, unlock the G-Hunts. I won't be doing the extreme versions of them. I don't think I'm good enough of a player to be able to solo them, since they basically one-shot you at the very tail end of, like, their extreme versions. And truth be told, with having done all of the story mode of World, Iceborne, Rise, Sunbreak, and Wild so far, I probably will do the story version of whatever the expansion pack to Wilds is. But I'm trying to think of if there's anything more Monster Hunter-wise I'd like to do. I had an idea of, like, doing a little small mockumentary series of, like, trying to cover some of the endemic life back in World, but I never really went through with it fully for something else. It's a case of... Oh, I got actually put into idle mode. You know what, let me just leave it for a moment. Okay, hang on. So, it looks like we got another fish on there. So, maybe I have to cast and see, because it looked like we reeled... I don't know if it was just the bobber or the lure coming in, or we actually did land something in idle mode. It's kind of the thing of, like, I didn't mean for idle mode to happen, but I guess we were using the wrong lure type for where we were, and nothing was interested. Yeah, maybe around here I'll actually try... Maybe from this spot we'll try using the small spoon bait. But yeah, Monster Hunter is one I'd like to do, but it kind of is, like, in its own genre of sorts, so it's hard to say, like, using that as a focus... Maybe it'll just be I have to keep, like, experimenting with a variety series, and depending on which one seems to get a lot of interest towards it. Oh, there we go. Ourselves our first walleye. 37 centimeters, almost a kilogram. Yeah, just trying to do a fair variety series and seeing which ones do draw a lot more views past the initial episode, because, like, one thing that does seem to happen pretty often for my channel, and I think for just YouTube in general. Yeah, okay, so that's something I gotta remember, is when the fish is fighting, just let it wear itself out. It's the first video of, like, a new series that might be done. It gets either recommended very heavily or something... Actually, I'm wondering if it's because... Okay, come on, wear yourself... Oh, good lord, yeah. Surprised, like, how much that was able to draw it out, because it doesn't look like it's that big in comparison to, like, other things here. But, maybe because it's, like, a unique video being put out without, like, too much of a same title. That's why the first episode of new series gets recommended and is shown much more often checking my analytics. And, okay, I am really surprised that this is unable to, like, handle the walleye. Come on, can I at least get this in? Okay, the gear is absolutely terrible to begin with. Like, it really feels like the case of you are going to be stuck just really farming a while to get yourself able to start going in here. I mean, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to change gear, because I thought I had that icon appear. Yeah, we'll just get... Hopefully, yeah, get a few sunfish. And let that hopefully be a little bit more to stock us up with. Okay, let's head back to hand these in for the bit of funds. And go from there. But with being on YouTube a little bit more and watching, like, for some of the patterns when it comes to, like, video titles and that, I think I'm understanding more why... Like, I watch a few Let's Play channels, and I'm seeing more of why you don't actually see the video game, or the game's title itself possibly on videos. Because maybe YouTube's algorithm is, it doesn't try recommending the exact same or too much of the same thing over and over again. So where I do it, where I always try to keep... Ooh, 18 for just the walleye. That was pretty good. Oh, and we got something in here. Well, slap a bass call Tuesday. Look at that grin. Okay, so there's nothing else I could really pick up feasibly right now, because we need a larger rod. And you know what? It might be better just to save up for this one. It's like... You know, I'm going to pick a couple more storage slots for that. I know it does blow the money we just saved up, but... If I can get more of the sunfish for it, then that's going to be possibly 8 every time I bring in, so that'll quickly get our funds back up. But anyway, going back from getting distracted from the game and the topic at hand, maybe the algorithm doesn't like recommending the same thing or too similar of things, and that's why all the time you'll see in a lot of videos that don't actually, if you are like watching for gameplay or Let's Players, they have these more clickbait titles that don't even give you an idea of like what actual game is being covered. It's to game the algorithm bit to get better interest. I don't want to do the clickbait stuff because I kind of stand on the point of I don't want to perpetuate stuff that I dislike seeing myself on the platform or like on YouTube. So like, again, these videos where AI thumbnails, if I see an AI thumbnail, I just say, don't recommend me this channel ever again. There's also ones where it's like, if it is clickbait and I can't see what the game could be from that, I often just say not interested or don't check it out. I know it doesn't do much in the grand scheme of things, but I guess one of the kind of points of like, I won't perpetuate this any further, even if it doesn't really do anything or has impact. Come on, somebody go for it. There we go. And that's another reason why I'm hoping it's still the case, is that none of my videos have mid-roll ads on them. For it, everything is either going to be start or end, and I prefer not to put any mid-rolls in there, just because it does feel a little bit more obnoxious to have mid-rolls happen. I think there could be a way of doing it more accommodatingly. I know there have been 1 or 2 channels I've seen where they actually tried to have it so they kind of have like an edited buffer, almost like how TV shows have, like, we'll be going commercial break or something like that, where it's like, the video will go on to a point, then it has like more natural transition to sort of say like, we'll be back in just a moment, ad will play, and then it returns to like the video topic or the video proper itself. I think it's where none of that is prepared, or I think the ads are just really annoying to contend with. And it's not so much like sponsorships in videos I'm talking about. I'm talking about where it's like the ad itself just completely breaks up the video to this, and then you're brought back to what you're watching. I think sponsorships in videos where you'll have segues to them work all right. But for me, it's definitely... I don't like how obnoxious the ads are on YouTube, and I feel like it's essential to have an ad blocker to just, like, get through it decently enough. Now, of course, YouTube itself doesn't like you having ad blockers, so I think it does have the thing where if you use them, it actually does slow down some of, like, how the page loads compared to, like, if you weren't. Okay, so that's already 52, so that is a good bit towards the next rod. We'll see if we can get up to 100 before the episode ends. Might be a little tight, but we'll see. All depends on what species we might be able to go after and get. See, I'm wondering if he's a little bit of a helper for, like, knowing, okay, there's something really good here to try going for. Because, yeah, he's looking over the edge right here, so let's see... I'll try and toss this over, and just whatever happens does. Now, we can at least get the smallmouth bass in all right. So we'll see if... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4... So I can actually get... keep 6 fish on us, so... We might be able to get a fair bit here. I don't know if we'll actually hit right over 50, but we can try at least hopefully getting close to it. Yeah, start reeling that back in. I don't know if this guy would be strong enough to be able to get off, but at least it seems like... Still giving a good fight. That's one thing, I'm actually surprised how good of a fight, like, you will get some of the fish giving you in this game. There we go. Ooh, 1.2 kilograms, our biggest smallmouth yet, so hopefully that'll be a fair chunk of change once we bring it back in. But again, got distracted again, so yeah, I'm just kind of in point, and I'm trying to figure out a lot to do with the channel going forward from this point where we are at. I don't want to stick too hard and too long to certain videos, but it might be the case of maybe that would actually be better for, like, the style of, like, how I do them. So that's something I'm weighing. And, you know what, actually... I want to bring this in and try getting one of these guys over on the left side here. I'm actually not sure what species they are. I don't know if they're just, like, a very small smallmouth, or they're actually something else entirely. Oh, no, they are just very tiny small gills. Okay, so you know what? We'll go a little bit further out. And see about trying to get a last couple of fish, and then taking these back in. Yeah, see, our little buddy there... The bark has to mean something. It might mean, like, very large-sized fish, or, like, trophy fish in the area or something to go for. Oh, maybe we can actually get a brown trout, because I think that's what these ones are down here. Though maybe I need to get a larger rod that's able to use one of the other lures for them. Yeah, at least we got a poke from one for it. Good lord, yeah, that's a lot of distance it managed to get on that. Yeah, we'll see if we can get something from this group. Maybe find one that's not as big that'll strike and we can actually land it. But, like, even for the upgrades we got, it doesn't feel like we're able to do much of anything on this lake still. It's either just a lot of grind to the little small guys over and over and over. Okay, you I can probably get. Yeah, it's just a little tiny thing, but at least it's something a bit different. And you know what, just for the sake of getting something more reliably, we'll try to get one shad just to bring it in. I don't think line length is going to help me too much, given it seems to be everything keeps getting too strong for the equipment. So now let's go back with the full haul and see what these come in for. But yeah, so that's a little insight into like what my thinking is for the channel. Again, just trying to see if I can stir up comments and feedback and kind of engage with you guys more. I know it's been hit and miss for what comments I have been replying to and coming back with, even if they've slowed down a fair bit and I've been keeping up with them a bit better. Ooh, 13 was a good one. Oh, we're just one shy of getting the next rod. Holy smokes, you clean out the lake or just the cocky ones? Yeah, like, I could get that, but I think it'd be far better to go for immediately up to this. Because it does have better line length, and it has the better reel strength, too. Okay, it does say there's something in here to check out. But, God, you also need a lot of funds for those. Oh. Oh, I guess I'd give a little bit of a tip. Well, I'll be a fish from every hole in the fork, not too shabby, bud. Looks like your rod's still twitching, and wouldn't you know it, there's a sweet little spot upriver at Beaver Dam. Hang on, I'll scribble it on your map, don't say I'll never give you nothing. Oh! Okay, interesting. So, we actually have a new spot. So that's what these question marks might be, if we maybe give a tip to them. Real nice of ya. Maybe with enough tips, he unlocks, like, other things for you to try out. Okay, I'll give you... Maybe we'll go down to 90, because it'll be pretty easy to, like, get that brought back, and it's still, like, a nice round number for us, so... Yeah, there we go. And we'll head out for a little bit more. And I think I might actually be able to change the time of day too when I dock there, because it looked like there was a little sun. Actually, that's one thing I didn't even pay attention to. We are seeing the time of day change, because now it looks like more of a bright morning or afternoon compared to what we were going out with. Yeah, maybe just for the sake of getting everything done to get the next rod for the end of today's episode, we'll just try this out. Although I managed to cast in the one area where these little shads are not at. Come on, somebody hit that. There we go. And we'll cast over this way. Then I'll also have to see how much it'll cost for, like, the strength upgrades on the new rod. I don't know if it'll base some of, like, a certain percentage off of what the base cost of, like, the rod itself was, or it'll be, like, more of a standard of, like, each upgrade to each rod is the same amount. Now, let's bring that in. Yeah, we'll just do a little bit more fishing, pet our pup, and give it a moment. A couple of bumps, but we want something a little bit more firm. There we go. And we'll toss that out. And yeah, I think if we can just catch a full thing of shad, we'll be in a pretty good spot. Because it's 5 each, so we'll be getting about 30 in for the full total. Last cast. Come on, just waiting on anything to show on up. Come on. Just one of you two go for it. There we go. That's brought right in, and we'll take these back to dock and pick ourselves up a new rod. I think we'll probably hold on to this boat for a while. I mean, we might even have a couple more spots we can unlock. So first we'll get the rod, we'll check and see what the next upgrade to its strength will be. And then go forward from there. But yeah, I've got that little thing in the bottom right there. So we can get the Maple Scout. And it looks like it's going to be the same amount. So I'm kind of tempted to even... Yeah, I'm going to upgrade that right away. So next weekend, we'll see how that goes. We'll probably work at trying to get that up a fair bit more, as well as picking up these lures. And even expand that. So I think that can go up to an 8 total start with. I'm hoping that means, like, say, the Leaky Bucket will start at least 6, because it would be kind of bad to go up to this and it doesn't even have, like, the full capacity of the paddler. And then it'll be a while before we hit these. And we might even try going up to Golden Fork River a little bit later with the beaver dam that's at it. But for now, I think we are good to end this episode of Cast and Chill right here for today. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, or comments or feedback you'd like me to talk with you guys with, be sure to let me know in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video episode of Survivors and Anglers, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.